Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. This is episode 2 of the Prep Diaries 2026. So it is 6 a.m. My voice is still not awake. I usually get up earlier on work days when I have clients, around like 4:50, but today we got to sleep in a little bit, which I was very happy about. I really needed the sleep and recovery, which I'll tell you guys a little bit more about what's been going on. But we are now in week 6 of prep, and sorry, not week 6, week 5. I'm not awake. Week 5 of prep, and currently is 149.4 of this morning. So really happy with that because the weight went down after having 2 really much needed rest days. My body was really just needing it. My CNS was kind of shocked. Been putting in a lot of work, and so the body just needed some rest. And so not yesterday, the day before, I literally was like on the couch all day watching The Office with Brando. Didn't do anything. And then yesterday I still did some cardio. I had work. And yeah, it was still like a rest day from training and just exerting a lot of energy. So today we are back to training. We have shoulders today. And so I'm going to take you guys with me just through the day, cardio, training, what my meals are, updates, and so it's going to be a good one. All right, we are going to feed the pups first, and then have some breakfast. Look how cute they are. I'm just waiting for their food. Are you hungry? That dog. You hungry? Okay, you just wait. Wait right there. It's coming. You want so much. Okay, so let's get into it. What peptides I'm taking. I'll kind of categorize it into like my morning peptides and my evening peptides because timing does matter for certain peptides. So first, the company that I actually work closely with is called Holos. They got a cute little box. Their packaging honestly is by far like the best. Like it's pristine. But I love working with them. And I'll put my link in the description below as well as my discount code if you guys want a discount because I know they can be pricey, but totally worth it in my eyes. So my code is Maddie, just in all caps. And so the peptides that I am currently taking, so there's a lot in here. I look like I own a pharmacy. Like I have these guys and then I also have, don't worry, not all of these are full. There's just one in here that is full. So morning peptides, these guys. So I'm taking, you guys can see this, 5-amino 1-MQ, this guy right here. I'm taking retatrutide, and then MOTS-C and GHKCU. So these are my morning peptides. I'll start with retatrutide. I think I mentioned this a little bit in the last video, but retatrutide is one of the GLP-1s. It is the triple agonist. So that means it's hitting 3 different hormone receptors. So you have GLP-1, GIP, and glucagon. I personally think this is the best one out of all 3. Like there's GLP-1 semaglutide, there's tirzepatide, which is dual agonist, and then retatrutide, which is the triple, which actually just fixes the full metabolic system. You have those 3 agonists, tirzepatide, semaglutide, those are definitely appetite suppressing. They work for losing weight, but there's a lot of studies showing that they do also make you lose muscle mass and bone density, which are extremely important. Like longevity wise, we need muscle, we need bone density, especially as you age, especially for women who are in perimenopause or menopause. Your bone density is already decreasing at a pretty big scale. And so if you add something onto it, like semaglutide or tirzepatide, and you're not eating enough protein, you're not working out, you're not doing resistance training or taking care of your body, that's bad. So I like retatrutide because it is the lesser evil, I'll say. You still are able to maintain muscle mass and it doesn't dip into the bone density. But I will say this, if you are not doing the healthy habits and all of the other foundational things health-wise, then this is not a magic pill, okay? It's pretty magical, but it's not going to do everything. You need to be able to be getting enough sleep. You need to be eating enough protein. You need to be resistance training. You need to be minimizing alcohol and tobacco and things that are going to harm your body. The foundational things are the most important things. This is a tool that is very, very useful and can help you progress even further, but you need to be smart with it. And so that's my little rant. Because I want people to be safe with this. That's the biggest thing that I want to educate people on, is like how to use these and actually get the most out of them, and understand what they're actually for. The foundational things are so important. Like I would not be doing this just to sit on the couch and eat chips and only eat 1 meal a day and not get enough protein and just hope that I lose weight. No, I'm doing everything possible. I'm doing all the foundational things first. So retatrutide, I take that one twice a week. It has a 6.5 day life. It can extend that long, meaning that it will stay in your system for 6 days or so. But you'll see the most symptoms and effects within a 4-day period. So I do it twice a week, whereas most people do it once a week, which is totally fine. But I like to keep everything very steady and consistent as far as symptoms go. So I do it Monday and Thursday. Currently right now, I've bumped mine up. I've worked up, titrated up to 3 milligrams. I started extremely low. I started at 0.5 milligrams because gut health is important with this, introducing it slowly into your system. And I slowly worked up. Like I'm on week 7 right now of taking retatrutide. And so I slowly worked it up, and I still am not seeing it to the point where like food disgusts me. And so that's why I'm okay with bringing my dose up that high, and I'm not losing more than 2 to 3 pounds per week. If I was losing that much, I would bring it back down. You don't need to lose that much because then you're dipping into muscle mass. The next one, sorry, hold on, let me take a sip of coffee. My mouth's getting dry from talking so much. I feel like I talk very fast sometimes, so I'm sorry. Okay, next, we'll talk about MOTS-C. So if you follow me on Instagram, I did post about this recently. MOTS-C is primarily for metabolism, mitochondrial health. So when you think of mitochondria, think of energy production, ATP. And this one I do 3 times a week. You can do it 2 times or 3 times. I like 3 because it makes it less of a dose on each injection, which can mitigate some of the histamine responses. Like this one is spicy. When you inject it, it does get itchy, it gets a little red, because it's just the histamine receptors in your skin, like an allergy reaction, which is very normal for this one. Same with GHKCU. Same thing happens with that one. So I just like to mitigate that by doing smaller doses 3 times a week instead of twice a week. Because I'm okay with poking myself with a needle. I just do it every day now at this point. So what's one more? But this one is very cool. It basically helps restructure the way your mitochondria use energy, and helps them to be more fat oxidizing than rely on glucose and be insulin resistant. So we want to be fat oxidizing because that's burning fat. So it helps your metabolism. So this paired with the retatrutide is like very powerful. Super great. The first 2 to 3 weeks on this though, you will feel more fatigued, like very tired. I think I talked about this in the last video. But once you get past that kind of like recycling, kind of like revamping the system phase, it gets real good. Like energy is way up, your metabolism, it's just big game changer. And again, with all of these ones that are like weight loss or metabolism, the way I like to look at it is this is a longevity peptide. It's not just about weight loss, even though it's publicizes that. Instagram just shows it as like, oh, we're gonna lose weight, like all this stuff like that. It's a longevity peptide. It's helping your body actually do what it's supposed to do. It's removing obesity. It's helping your body actually function how it's supposed to actually function. So like that's all I'm gonna say with that. The next one, 5 amino, 1 MQ. So this one I just recently started taking. This one is similar to like if someone were to take NAD+. It helps maintain the amount of NAD you have in your body. And so this one has a lot to do with also energy, metabolism. It's honestly like a cascade downstream effect for aiding in weight loss, metabolism, and just energy production. So I recently started taking that one. GHKCU, this one's known as like the skin, hair, nails peptide, but it does so much more because it has a lot to do with your immune function and system. And just actually healing your skin tissue. So that's what the primary reason I take it. I've seen a lot of like skin benefits actually from like the CJC ipamorelin when I was taking that, and the BPC 157, because BPC 157 has a lot to do with your gut, and most people have skin problems because their gut is suboptimal, and most of your hormones are in your gut. So when you are eating a certain way or your gut lining is not good, you're gonna get acne. Like I know for myself, if I eat sugar, like real cane sugar or anything like that, I break out immediately, like immediately. So that's why I just don't eat sugar. Like I eat natural sugar, like honey. I do stevia, monk fruit, coconut sugar, but I never do like cane sugar or like fructose or corn syrup or things like that. So those are my morning supplements, kind of like supplements, peptides. So morning peptides, again, different timing schedule for each one, but that's the morning. right? And then I take weekends off. So Saturdays and Sundays, I don't inject at all and give my skin a little break and my system a little break. But we'll move on to nighttime peptides. Okay, so evening peptides. So I was taking TB 500. That one was also in the morning. I finished that cycle. And I was also taking CJC 1295 ipamorelin as well, and that one's at night. I finished that cycle, and I actually just started tesamorelin, which is similar but not similar. So I'll start with tesamorelin. That one is, they used it a lot for studies on people who were HIV positive, and it helped a lot with like the visceral abdominal fat specifically. Like it targets your abdominal visceral fat specifically. But it also is a type of, the reason it's similar to the CJC is because it does have some growth hormone secretion benefits, I believe. I could be wrong. I need to double check my research on that. But the reason I'm taking this one is because of the reduction of like visceral fat in the abdominal section for prep. I have a small waist in general, but always helps to have a smaller waist in bodybuilding. So plus I honestly, from a longevity perspective, really like the fact that it targets visceral. So that means like around your organs, because you don't want fat. You don't want visceral fat around your organs. It's extremely unhealthy. That right there is a death sentence. Okay. So things like fatty liver disease, from like things like alcohol, tobacco, like all these things that just like cause like horrible diseases. That's what I want to mitigate. Granted, I don't smoke tobacco, and I don't really drink either. So, but it always helps. The other one I'm taking at night right now currently is the BPC 157. That one I will probably take forever, to be honest. It stems from the gut. Like I was saying, like I've noticed a lot of skin benefits from it, but this one is tissue ligament recovery. So I'm doing it from a recovery perspective, especially since I had some knee issues in my last season and an off season on my right knee. So I actually will inject it directly into my knee. Like I'll pull the skin by my knee and directly inject it there, or just in my stomach as well. But I do that one twice a day. I do a pretty big dose of that one, compared to what most people do. Most people do 1 milligram, 500 mcgs. And I do a heavier dose because I see the benefit in it. And I'm not really concerned with what people are saying about, oh, it causes cancer and like all this stuff. The research does not show that. Like if you actually look at it, it does not show that. Okay. So BPC is really incredible. Like that one for sure is like a longevity one. I will probably cycle forever. I actually have my mom doing it right now, and she has a lot of really bad back stuff. She also has high blood pressure, and her back, she would have to get like actual like injections, like steroid injections for pain. And it was hard for her to like, even like when we were on vacation, walking around more than 10 minutes, she would have to like sit down because she would get sciatica all down her leg. And after taking BPC for a month, maybe, I think, her sciatica completely went away. Like she hasn't had sciatica down her leg at all since. She doesn't really feel the need to get the shots anymore. Granted, her back still does hurt from time to time, but that's other factors where it's like I've been trying to get her to like do some more workouts, things like that, strengthen everything around it, because the stronger your muscles, your bone density is, the better you are when it comes to injury prevention. But it's pretty incredible. And like her blood pressure, she's on like the lowest dose of her blood pressure medication now, where she has had extremely high blood pressure for a long time. So it's actually insanely incredible, like what this stuff does. Like I know other people who had like full tears, muscular tears, and they did BPC 157 and TB 500 and completely healed, and we're back to like squatting an extremely heavy weight. It's insane how great this one is. So those are the two that I'm taking currently right now at night, is the tesamorelin and the BPC 157. I do those ones 5 days a week, so Monday through Friday, with Saturday and Sunday off. And then the last one is Slew PP 332. This one I have in a separate vial. So I bought new sterile vials because this one actually has to be reconstituted with DMSO solution and bacterial static water. All other peptides are done with bacterial static water, but this one specifically is done differently. So it's quite the process. I had to mix it with the DMSO solution, and then I had to add backwater to a new sterile vial and then pull all of the Slew PP with the DMSO solution, inject all of that into the new vial slowly. It took forever, but it's so that it properly works, because it's just, that's how this specific peptide is. But this one helps a lot with like endurance. It's similar to like with MOTS-C, where it has a lot to do with like your energy, mitochondria health. So I'm almost done with my MOTS-C cycle, so I'll just be doing this one now, because I don't want to stack those two together to like do too much with my mitochondria. I don't want to do like system overload, but that was a lot. I know it seems like I'm taking a lot, which I probably, like, compared to your average person, yes, I am. I'm in prep. Like, I'm used to stuff like this. One sec. But, yeah, I cycle on and off of these. To be honest, after this prep, I'll probably just do a smaller dose of retatrutide as I come down and start slowly incorporating more calories, as well as the BPC 157, TB 500. And that will probably be it, to be honest. Maybe also DSIP, which is for sleep, which I haven't done yet. But I'll definitely be doing far less coming out of this prep. But they're so incredible. I am like astonished with like the results that people are getting and like how I feel with it. A lot of like people I know, my clients, like it's so incredible. But again, do your research, make sure it's right for you, get blood work done, make sure it's actually necessary and that you actually need it, just like anything else. But again, if you guys have questions, please always reach out. I'm happy to talk about this. I love talking about this stuff. And I'll put the link in the description below. But that is it for peptides. I know that was a lot of info. But now for the rest of the day, we're gonna go train shoulders. I'm gonna eat my next meal. What time is it? It's 8:40. I'm gonna eat my next meal in about like 20 minutes, my pre-workout meal. And then we're gonna go to the gym, come back, probably do some chores around the house. And then we'll go to cardio later and see where the day takes us from there. Okay, so pre-workout meal used to be 2 rice cakes with a medium banana and protein powder, like just as a shake. But now it's just 1 rice cake, medium banana, which I just usually do 100 grams each time to keep it consistent. And then protein shake with also creatine. So let me show you guys. We have 1 rice cake. I do the Lundberg lightly salted one because it doesn't have sugar. And then banana, I just did 100 grams. I also did 1 tablespoon, so 16 grams of the Trader Joe's almond butter. And then protein powder. We did strawberry today, Formula 1 from First Form. I'll put my link in the description below. And then I also did creatine. So we got our shake, rice cake, banana, and this will be our pre-workout meal. Okay, we are about to leave to go to the gym. I got my water with my electrolytes. I've honestly been kind of bad about drinking water lately. So I went back to my really big half-gallon jug because that usually helps me. And always doing electrolytes as well. We're gonna go hit some shoulders. I'm gonna see how busy the gym is, because if it's super busy, I might not film my workout just because I don't like being one of those people with like a big camera like filming if like people don't want to be in the background. So we'll see. Hopefully it's not super busy. It's 10 o'clock, so it might be, but we'll see. So yeah, we're gonna head to the gym. Hopefully I can film it for you guys, and then we're gonna come back home. We're gonna stop at Trader Joe's to pick up a couple things that I need. then come home and eat our post-workout meal. Alrighty, so we are going to start off our chest and shoulder day with a neutral grip incline chest press. And I'm doing this with a plate-loaded machine. I'm going to do 1 to 2 warm-up sets. And I'm going to increase the weight each warm-up set. Then I'm going to go into my heavy working set, which is only 6 reps at my heaviest weight. And this should be difficult. Then I'm going to follow it with a back off set doing 12 reps. So I'm going to decrease the weight by 20% and do 12 reps. With this one, I want to make sure that I engage my lats. So I keep a slight arch in my back, I drive my shoulder blades into the bench and focus on keeping tension as I press with my front delts and my chest. I'm going slow control on the way down, little pause at the bottom, powerful press on the way up. Next is going to be a Smith machine incline press. Again, I'm going to start with 1 to 2 warm-up sets at a lighter weight, increasing the weight each time so that I can work up to a heavy working set of 9 to 12 reps. So higher repetition on this one, slow control on the way down, little pause, power on the way up. Then I'm going to follow it with a failure set, dropping the weight by 20% and doing up to 15 reps. Next, we're going to do a seated dumbbell shoulder press. I'm going to start with 1 to 2 warm-up sets and then work up to a heavy set of 9 to 12 reps. I got 9 reps today. This definitely felt heavy, but I'm still working on that very slow control as I lower, keeping tension in my lats, and then big powerful press on the way up. Then I'm going to do a drop set of a 4x4x4x4, doing 10 seconds between each set of 4. Next, we are going to do a seated dumbbell lateral raise. I'm going to do just 1 warm-up set, followed by 2 heavy working sets of 12 reps. I like to do seated so that I don't use too much of the rest of my body, but I do like to get a full stretch at the bottom coming underneath my legs, lifting and little pause at the top, trying to control as much as I can as I lower the weight. Then I'm going to do 1 last set, a failure set, up to 15 reps, dropping the weight a little bit. Our last exercise of the day is going to be assisted dips. So with these ones, I'm going to do 1 warm-up set and then 2 working sets at 12 reps, followed by a failure set up to 15 reps at the finish. With these, I'm going to be focusing on triceps and front delts, making sure that I don't arch my back too much, I keep my core nice and tight, and big powerful press on the way up. Okay, we are done with our workout. I also did 100 active calories on the elliptical. I have to do 300 active calories total for cardio, so I just knocked out 100 of those. So when I come back later, I only have to do 200. Overall, it was a pretty good lift. I felt pretty good. I forgot my headphones, so we did our workout without headphones, but that's okay. It honestly doesn't really bother me, unless it's like, I will say sometimes with legs, I need some heavy beats in my ear. But we're gonna go to Trader Joe's, grab some more coconut aminos, and I think I need more lemons. So, and maybe some bubbly water. Oh, and more stevia. So I'm gonna go stop by Trader Joe's really quick on my way home, and then go home and chill. Because I definitely felt it towards the end of the workouts, I definitely feel like fatigued. Like I'm starting to feel that a lot. But granted, I have been pushing it very hard in my workouts. I'm really enjoying my program that I'm on. It's difficult, but the goal is to progress in weight each time. So even though my calories are like decreasing and stuff, I'm still feeling very strong and progressing each week, which I'm enjoying, but I also am feeling more fatigued. So that's why the 2 rest days were much needed. But we're gonna go to the store and then go home and then eat our post-workout meal, which I'll show you guys. Okay, we are home now, and this is my post-workout meal. So in here, I have white rice, chicken, pineapple. I use the Trader Joe's, if it wants to focus, maybe. The Trader Joe's hot and sweet jalapenos, so I just cut up little bits and pieces. And then I do coconut aminos. Why is this not focusing? Goodness. Coconut aminos and Cholula. And then I do a little tiny bit of, oh my gosh, grated Parmesan cheese, just a little bit, salt and pepper. And it's like a little teriyaki bowl. It's actually really good. So I'm going to eat this and then do some laundry, just some chores, and then I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. Okay, so since I've talked to you guys, I vacuumed. I am doing a ton of laundry. I put new sheets on the bed, been doing some work, some editing, and now I'm going to eat my next meal, which is super plain. It's really nothing exciting. After I eat this, I'm gonna go do my cardio, finish it up, which I actually really don't feel like doing, but we're gonna do it because we have to. So next meal is just chicken with, I'm just doing like half of an orange, like a medium orange, and I'm gonna use the Trader Joe's hot honey mustard. I saw this at the store today, so I'm gonna have that on the chicken. But yeah, super simple. Literally, I'm just gonna eat the chicken out of my Tupperware because this is all that's left, and then just have half of an orange with the sauce, and that's it. Super boring. So yeah, I'm gonna eat this real quick and then go knock out my cardio before Brando gets home, so when he's home I can just spend time with him. Also, look how cute the pups are. They're taking naps. Are you sleepy? Are you a sleepy baby? Hi, honey. Oh, you guys are so cute. I wish I could just stay home with you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Well, I don't want to leave you. Alrighty, let's eat our food. Oh, big stretch. Alright, I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Say bye. Alrighty guys, I just got back from doing my cardio. I did mostly elliptical and a little bit of stairs. Kept it pretty easy today. And then I went to Staples, printed out some things for a health fair that I'm having a booth at. But I'm going to close out this video so that when Brando comes home I can spend some time with him. But I'll tell you what's on the menu for my next 2 meals. Super boring, nothing crazy. The next one is ground bison and some kind of veggie. I usually do either riced cauliflower or like green beans or asparagus. And then the next meal following that, my last one, which I usually have around 7 p.m., is chicken and vegetables. So really boring. I usually add like the spicy taco sauce from Trader Joe's or coconut aminos to those, and then just like salt. But yeah, nothing crazy. To be honest, I actually don't mind them, especially with taking the Peptide. Like I don't really have any cravings, and which is really nice. Like, I could honestly care less about the food right now. Plus I'm eating 6 meals a day, so I'm like always eating. But yeah, that's gonna conclude our meals for the day, and then I'll have my nighttime supplements, nighttime peptides. At night, my supplements, I do my Opti Greens, another scoop of creatine, HMB powder, and fiber supplement as well. And then I take magnesium glycinate, turmeric, zinc, anything else? I think that's it. Oh, and vitamin D plus K2. And that's it, yeah. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit of a longer one. Had a lot of info about peptides in it, a little shoulder workout, meals, but I'm going to keep doing these throughout this prep. We only got like 12 more weeks until the first show, so it's going by fast. But stay tuned. I'll probably post another one in either a week or 2 weeks. Probably doing like every 2 weeks right now, just because crazy schedule. But as I get closer to the show, I'll probably do one once a week. Right now there's just not that many changes, so it's not that interesting, to be honest. But please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and follow me along my journey to my pro debut. Going for a national show again this year, maybe 2. We'll see how the season goes. And so, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.